watching the game, you kind of felt this slip in the third quarter again. OKC wins that third quarter by 13 points, and in that third, the Lakers turn the ball over 6 times. That turns into 14 Thunder points. The Lakers with 17 turnovers for the game. That turned into 30 points for OKC, and it was just a well-rounded basketball game by the Thunder.
They are the defending champions, Geeter, and you know, I have to give them credit. They're a well-groomed basketball team. They believe in one another. Their bench is solid, the most solid bench I've seen in a long time, and they play good basketball. And some of those turnovers were forced by Oklahoma. They played really physical defense. I give them a lot of credit. The Lakers tried the best they could with what they have. Just didn't have enough, Geeter. Without Luka, without you know, his specialty, it puts a lot of pressure on Austin Reeves. And that Oklahoma defense is just really good. They really play physical. They force you into tough shots. They don't give you a lot of open shots, and that's just the way the game played out tonight.
You know, Danny, when you look at the third quarter in this series that has been dominated by OKC, in the first game it was 23-19, close enough, but that gave them a 12-point lead. It was 36-27 in Game 2, and then in Game 3, 33-20. That's where they opened it up.
Yeah, it seems like the second halves have been, you know, tough on the Lakers. And I'm going to say just the third quarter, because last game I feel like it was more the fourth quarter. They made it competitive, but ultimately couldn't score enough and also couldn't hold their other guys down. Like, they did a great job on Shea for most of this series. Other guys have answered the call. You know, tonight it was a Cason Wallace night. You know, A.J. Mitchell played great last night, and he played great tonight. Isaiah Joe made big shots. Like, they continued to score, even though they got the ball out of SGA's hands. Like, those other guys played well. You know, Chet scored well. They shot well. And Lakers said they needed big nights. They need all hands on deck. They needed big nights from everybody, especially their stars. And they couldn't get it from Austin and Bron. They couldn't get their rhythm going. So if those two guys for sure don't have it going, you don't have much of a chance unless your defense can give that to you. And defensively, I think they had good philosophy, but they just shot. They've been shooting very well throughout the first 3 games of this series. And it's not just SGA. It's like the other guys, time and time again, are knocking down shots.
Their bench was plus 40 tonight?
Their bench had 44 points, James.
Yeah.
Again. Yeah.
That's a lot of bench points.
So, big game. One of the others that Danny was referring to is A.J. Mitchell, second-year guard out of UC Santa Barbara. And unless you were watching a lot of Big West hoops, or you were Sam Presti, who went to Santa Barbara to scout someone else and ended up finding A.J. Mitchell, he called coach and said, I think we have someone that is very under the radar, not a lot of people know about. Listen, he played 7 minutes a game as a rookie in the playoffs, but this year the injuries to Jay Will and others has allowed him to kind of move into that rotation, and he has made the most of it. He is now starting for OKC with Jay Williams out, and tonight, big game, again, no answer for him. 24 points on 10 of 17 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3. He also had 10 assists, and he plays tough D with 3 steals.
In the right situation, in the right time with this team. Yeah, he's a good basketball player, probably could be producing somewhere else, but with this particular team, he said, he's like, they believe in me, they've given me the fuel that I need, the confidence that I need, and he's playing like it, Geeter. Man, when he's in the game, it's like Shea's still in the game. He gets busy. He's very productive, high efficiency shots. He's got a great career ahead of him, regardless of where he plays. But that's just the organization. They have really good, you know, talent on that bench. They really play well together. They got good philosophy as a team. And when those guys come off the bench, it's like they don't lose a step.
You say wherever he goes, he's there in Oklahoma City for the next 2 or 3 years. They have him, I think, at the cheapest deal you can find.
Second-year player.
Yeah.
Second-round draft pick.
They have him like under like a Bronny deal. They gave him like a 3-year, $7 million deal. So he's coming back for like 2.4. And you got to give them credit. You know, from the front office to downline to the coaching staff, Dagnall did a great job of calling the right guys. Last game was Jared McCain. I mean, he's been consistent. But this kid was a steal of the draft. You know, putting up 24 and 10 in a playoff game is remarkable. And not many people saw this coming, and he's been doing that all year. And again, they have him for cheap for the next couple of years. They can continue to get better and build with this kid and the other guys that they have, and they still have other draft picks. But yeah, Lakers, man, they tried, they fought. I think they fought better last game than the game before. It looked like they're also a little fatigued. You know, Bron is 41 years old. It's hard to ask of him to consistently do it night in, night out to give you 30 and 40 points. That's just too much to ask of a 40-year-old. They're just outmatched, man. They have a lot. They didn't have the depth that the Thunders have. The Thunder has a lot with them. Their starting lineup and their bench, and they have so many guys that they can call on to step up and make plays like A.J. Mitchell did.
Yeah, this is one of those nights, James, where you needed Austin Reeves and LeBron James to have big games, and you can credit the Oklahoma defense as well. They're not allowing anything easy, especially with these two, the way they're guarding them. But both LeBron and Austin Reeves, you see LeBron with the 18 on 7 of 19, the 2 for 6 from 3, and Austin Reeves just 5 of 13, 1 for 5 from 3, and the 3 assists. Austin did get to the free throw line 8 times and made 6 of them, but tough night.
Yeah, well, Danny just said it. I mean, Oklahoma's deep. They're so deep that they can go, 9, 10 players and get the same type of productivity. And they also, in a 7-game series, when you're dependent on limited players, like you got to depend on LeBron and Austin. Well, a good defensive team, just like we did against Shea in the first couple games, a good defensive team, they're not going to allow Austin and LeBron, to dominate the game. They're just not going to do it. So then you have to rely on others. Ayton's, not really the dominant player. Rui has done his job. They did a good job on Kennard too. So when you're not as deep, each game is going to be tougher for you. That's why it was tougher for Austin, because they just loaded up on him, and they're physical, and they take away a lot of his comfort shots.
Yeah, I got to go back to the turnovers thing. Yeah, they were better tonight, but still not great. We have 16, 17 turnovers.
17, for 30.
And but on the flip side of it, OKC took care of the ball. They got a lot of shots on goal. They had, I think, 9 for the game.
Yeah, they had 8 when they took out their starters. They got too late.
So there you
under
go.
10.
Yeah, under 10 turnovers for most of the game. So they took care of the ball. They got shots on goal. They rebounded well. Again, I mean, 45 from 3, and that's like with Shea kicking it to other guys. 56 from the field. But usually you live with that. You want those other guys to outshoot Shea or have more shot attempts because the numbers are in your favor. Not with this group. This group has a lot of guys that are efficient.
Yeah, you kind of led me to my next thing. We talk so much about that Oklahoma City defense, but their offense tonight, when you look across the board, the efficiency, they shot 58% from the field, 44 from 3, with 17 threes. They had 64 points in the paint, so they can attack you so many different ways. Big game. The under 10 turnovers until late in the game. And again, the bench with 44 points.
And it doesn't happen by accident. They're a well-groomed offense. Each pass is, for a reason. And when you get guys like, Chet getting high percentage shot, the center, he's getting, little floaters and putbacks. And then you have to help. And when you have to help, they're finding the open man for open shots, Skeeter. And it's just hard to rotate to every man. They make you work on defense. You have to switch. You have to be alert, and they're moving the basketball. So that just goes to show you. I mean, they're defending champions. And when you're defending champions, you're well-groomed. You know how it is when you win a championship, you come back with the same guys. You don't have to teach much. You add a few components. You just keep doing it, and that's what they're doing, man. They're a tough team.
Well, a machine, like Big Game said. And as I'm looking, Lakers didn't play bad. They shot really well from 3. Throughout the game, I thought they had a chance. Rui came out hot. Luke Kennard actually had a really good game tonight. They shot 47% from 3, and I think 47 from the field. That most nights will get you a win. Yeah. But you just can't have 17 turnovers, and you're playing against Oklahoma City Thunder, who guys can shoot and score. And again, they're a championship DNA type of team, well-oiled machine. You can't have any errors or mistakes against them. They're going to capitalize on them.
All right, time to hear from Coach J.J. Redick, brought to you by your Toyota dealers.